Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
You could have just done it.
So
I just showing the advertising, was we? That's why you've had the cans.
Yeah. I just want to say before we jump in, if you'd like to listen to the episode with the sound of bar music in the background, you can go to 5pintsin.com and switch that on. Yeah, just like the NBC in the Sky they've got for the Premier League, you can go switch it on or off. So what do you guys think? Let's kick it off there, and then we'll get into the games. Are you crowd on or crowd off, guys?
I'm crowd on.
Yeah.
Crowd on. It does make it a little bit more realistic. I mean, the only thing is, somebody copied us, didn't he? We said last week about what if they sang the referees a wanker, and I think somebody tweeted it.
I think it was Ben Foster, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Ben Foster. Yeah.
He said it was in a pickup game, though, or something, didn't he? It wasn't in a
Yeah, I think it was in one of the friendlies.
It was a friendly game, yeah. It was a friendly game.
Yeah, they played it over the loudspeakers. I think, honestly, you kind of forget about it. Like, you forget there's anything different when you listen to the crowd on. I do think that the German league did it a lot smoother than the Premier League. They've got to fire the Premier League DJ who's doing it and get the guy who's doing the German league, because there's some awkward spots in there. But it's yeah. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I think it's been quite good. You know, whistling.
Jamie Carragher over
here. When the whistling's been coming on when the VAR, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think the timing's
it's funny. I bet
good.
you he's in like the room next to the VAR doing the whistling when they're doing the VAR, and they're all looking at him.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I'm just happy to have football back. I mean, it's...
Yeah, I don't care about the noise.
Yeah, it's like we're being spoiled now with the amount of games that are on. I think there was one...
I'm glad it's back, but I waited so long looking at that league table and seeing my teams down there.
Yeah.
And as soon as it comes back, I have the worst weekend of my life.
It's not looking good, is it?
Absolute shambles, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except for City, obviously.
Well, City on Wednesday looked good, didn't he?
Yeah.
What about, Arsenal? They looked like they couldn't get out fast enough, you know what I mean? It was like, I think they flew in that day, straight from the airport to the ground. I don't know where they had the pre-match meal, probably one of them airplane meals.
Yeah.
And then didn't look like didn't look like they were part of it all. Just thought, we're not going to win this. Let's get in, get it done, get out, get a game under your belt, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But City looked of the teams up. I will say, Con, up until Chelsea at Villa, I thought City looked the sharpest of anybody over the 3-4. Was it been 5 days?
Yeah.
4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
I thought City looked the sharpest up until Chelsea against Villa.
Jordan seems to think City are going to batter Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. I think City, they're just a different class than everyone else in the league. Chelsea didn't look anywhere near what City are like.
Yeah, I was
sharp, but not...
Yeah, I know, but I was saying this, you're going to have 70% of the possession just from Pep, never mind your team.
Yeah.
So, and plus, City always play terribly against Chelsea.
Yeah,
but, I don't know. I remember De Bruyne getting a couple of good goals.
No, that's what I was. Yeah, I was just saying to Jordan earlier. The only time he
had that one with his left foot in the maroon kit.
Where they ran. Straight down the middle and outside the box with his left foot.
1-0 City. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's.
Yeah, but
other than that, De Bruyne has to be playing his best game, which sometimes he does against Chelsea, obviously because of what happened. But Chelsea are always the ones that come out on top. Like you'll struggle against Chelsea before you struggle against Liverpool.
Anyway, 3 months off on the very first game back. Our friends, the Varsols, came back.
I thought we were done with them.
I know, I thought we was as well. But the Sheffield United Villa game.
Yeah.
I mean, firstly, the technology in the watch not working.
Yeah.
Which has been for what, 5+ years?
Probably.
Well, it's saying like 9,000 games, and that's the first time it hasn't picked it up.
Yeah, what I was
9,000.
What I was confused about, I think the company's called Watchdog that does it. They were saying it was the first time. I mean, this is obviously a good excuse. It was the first time ever that all 9 of their cameras had been blocked at the same time.
Is it sure it's Watchdog? That was like a criminal program back in the 80s.
Hawkeye.
Watchdog. You knew.
They make sure no one's
service dog.
They make sure no one's stealing your bins outside. Yeah.
So how did we see it then?
I don't know.
And in real time, it seemed blatantly obvious.
Yeah, and the keeper looked. He was like, he had that look on his face.
That's what I hate. If I was a keeper and I knew for a fact it went over the line, I hate these keepers that are like Neuer, who like jump on the ball when you know, and they try to cheat.
Yeah.
You know, if it was, honestly, I would just hold my hand up. Even I say that, but they're in a.
Yeah, the problem was the neighbourhood watch wasn't allowed in the stadium.
Yeah.
It was behind the line, and what they've said on all the different camera angles they've got, it's the first time ever. The goalkeeper, the keeper's arm, the centre forward who actually nudged them into the goal, and the post were in the way.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do they have it with? Right, hold on, here's a question. How do they have it? They're saying all the cameras, like what do they have? Like, let's say
what? They said 9, I think.
9 cameras around the goal.
That's what they said, yeah.
And
7 or 9, yeah.
All right, the ref gets it within a matter of seconds, right? And it has been like that since they started this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have their own little VAR team?
Yeah. And should we start picking on them?
There's a little alarm thing goes off on his watch.
Yeah, I know, but who sends that signal? Because obviously people are looking at those 9 cameras and say that they've actually missed something. So
I thought there was a chip in the ball.
I thought it was in the post or something.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought
they're sending the chip to put in the ball.
No, you don't know what they do now with the.
Yeah, but I
definitely didn't think it was in the ball.
We should have studied this, fellas, before we come on.
Yeah, but I mean,
the fact was, when the refs done that, and it was so blatantly over. That's when VAR should have stepped in.
Yeah.
They're saying they had 69 seconds before the game stopped again. I think Villa ended up with a free kick down the other end. They're saying it was 69 seconds. In that 69 seconds, VAR could have looked at it, got in the ref's ear and said, don't let them take the free kick. You need to take it back.
Yeah. Kind of like what happened with Leicester, where they went, I think Iheanacho scored or something, and then they went after he scored. They went and realised that there was a penalty.
Oh yeah, and they
penalty
pulled
down the other end,
they pulled the goal.
I'm sure was longer than a minute.
Yeah.
So why couldn't? Yeah, exactly. Why couldn't VAR?
Why would you have 2 different sort of, like, you've got Hawkeye or Watchdog, whatever they're called, and then you've got VAR. Like, why not combine the 2? I mean, why is it even separate in the first place?
Well,
like,
they've been doing perfectly well.
Yeah.
Since this is the
I've
first
never
time.
seen an issue. Yeah, but it was such a blatant, obvious issue.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was up to 5 cameras. I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, I like hockey or something. I thought as soon as I've never really thought about it, but as soon
there
as
would have to be something in the ball, though.
Look, the sensors in it. The sensors in it that sends a graphic, doesn't it? You've seen them little graphics that you get.
Yeah.
Afterwards, whether the ball's up, the sensors, I think, in the cameras.
Yeah.
And somebody sends that graphic through.
Ah, right. Yeah.
To the I don't know, the TV
so,
company.
Yeah, it's just weird how. I mean, so they're saying, couldn't they have looked on other cameras? Well,
that would have been VAR.
Well,
I know, but what are they not allowed to look on their cameras? Is it just like their 9 cameras that they've had to pay for that setup, and then are they not allowed to borrow footage from someone else? Like, it was so blatantly obvious, and Villa would have like dropped 2 points. So
and Sheffield United would have jumped up, wouldn't they?
The fact was, how important are them 2 points? Was Sheffield United not getting 2 more?
Sorry, I meant 1 point. Yeah.
Villa gaining 1. How important are them going to be at the end of the season at the top and the bottom?
That's my point.
Because that's what they'll come back to.
That's why.
I mean, unfortunately, Sheffield United got trounced in the second game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Away at Newcastle, so
Yeah, Adam Man sent off, didn't they? Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't see that game. That was the one game I didn't see. Yeah, Newcastle won 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0 with a man
sent off in the 50th minute, and then they scored like 3 consecutive goals.
Well, I'll be honest, they didn't look that great at Aston Villa neither, did they? So.
No, I think but it's first game back. I think all the teams have looked a little rusty from the beginning, except City and except.
De Bruyne looked rusty in the first game.
Yeah. For De Bruyne in the beginning.
For De Bruyne, yeah.
But
we've had some goal of the season contenders as well.
Yeah, we really have
in the first week.
Yeah.
Was it Chilwell?
Chilwell, yeah.
Well, that's a strike.
Yeah,
And
I thought that Brighton second goal as well was really good to make it 2-1 against Arsenal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's funny enough that was like a Arsenal goal when they had like Wilshere, Ramsey, Giroud. And all that. It was very similar to like.
Pepe in the same game.
Yeah,
killed on the top corner. And then the lad at Wolves at West Ham.
The volley.
The
volley.
Neto. Yeah.
So we've had some great goals. So
it's funny.
I know there's been a couple of hiccups. There's been a couple of refereeing decisions. You can still see that it does my head in the way the refs are, that they just don't understand the game.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's like a second job to them.
Yeah, I mean, and Mike Dean's beard needs to go as well. Can we just address that really quick? But was it always this soft? Like I can't remember it being this soft when the
it's gradually got to this point. It was always going this way, and we talked about it before, mate. They don't understand the game.
Yeah,
I think that look, if they don't want to listen, if they don't want ex-pros in the VAR room, at least the FA should sit them down with some ex-pros and let the ex-pros say, look, this player's a bit like this. This player does that.
Yeah.
This is how he draws fouls. Mm-hmm. This is what he does to get it. And then they'll have an eye on these players that we believe do it.
Yeah.
Or when they do it and there's no free kick given, then warn them and then book them.
Yeah.
We've said it so many times. It's the only way you're going to stop it.
Or...
And
sorry, go on. Go on,
son.
I was just going to say, or at the very, very, very least, at least interview the ref after the game like they do with the players.
Hold them accountable
instead of them just standing there in a line like a little team, and then the coach is going up and yelling at them and then getting yellow card or something. Hold them accountable for what they do, because like you said, you don't think the ref actually goes home unless it's even the commentators who aren't allowed to say anything really bad about the refs, even slate them off sometimes. So it's ridiculous. I mean, all sports are like this.
I think the way the quick fix, and you kind of touched on it just a second ago. The quick fix is to learn what each player does and plays like. Like we talk about Jack Grealish. We've got plenty of notes on him here.
Yeah. But look, I watched the Chelsea game. I didn't see it live, but I just watched it this afternoon. And I thought Chelsea looked really good. Can't tell you the truth. Villa sat back, just cleared the ball. It was like an attack v defence training session.
It was a typical Chelsea game, to be fair.
And my mate Tony Gale, I love Tony Gale. He said before the game, and he did bull him up a little bit. He did bull Grealish up a little bit, but he did say that he's got that upper body strength like Gaza. That's why he gets so many fouls. Now, if he's got the upper body strength like Gaza, he wouldn't be going down on the floor.
Yeah,
he would be holding players off. So, I mean, I don't agree with Reggie on that point. But I watched the whole game, and he fell down and got more fouls than he actually made passes.
Yeah.
And I don't know the exact stat, but he probably didn't. But it seemed that way. Yeah. And then they were sort of saying, oh, this is what he's contributed to the game. He's got the fouls in positions where they put free kicks in.
Yeah.
No.
That shouldn't
He's supposed to be £50-odd million. He's supposed to be the next big thing going to move to the top 6 club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now when you watch something like that and you look at him just getting his body in and trying to be pushed over and trying to fall over, rather than trying to do something, it just drives me absolutely mental.
He's got that David Beckham thing about him. Remember when David Beckham started diving, where he'd spread his arm like a starfish?
Grab the ball.
He'd spread out and then jump on the ball and grab it.
He started jumping in the air, didn't he? And tucking his knees.
Yeah, now he he jumps. Yeah, exactly. He jumps and tucks his head. So it's like he.
The worst.
You can't compare him to Beckham, mate.
No, I'm saying the way. No, I'm talking about diving Beckham.
Yeah.
I would never say them. I mean, never mind even Gascoigne and Grealish in the same breath. I wouldn't even say Beckham.
The worst part about it, though, is he was going back and he was defending and he was getting stuck in.
Oh, he works hard. Mate, he works hard.
So if he does have a bit of a physicality.
Of course he does.
Physicality to him
to be in the Premier League.
Exactly, and he maybe that's a small chunk of where I agree with Tony Gale is he might have that physicality when he's tackling, but not about the part about how he's going down. If he's making those tackles, he doesn't have to go down,
Mate, this is what I don't get. The kid's got ability, right? You can tell he's good. I think he's comfortable on the ball.
I think,
he's comfortable on the ball because he knows he can put his body in the way and you're going to foul him.
And he works hard enough. But you do see him popping up all over the place.
I think he's got some talent.
I think that's what drives me mad, though.
Yeah.
That's what drives me mad. When somebody you see... But at the same time, when they're touting him for England now, I don't say he's better than Maddison. No. I don't even say he's better than Mason Mount.
No.
Not at all, no.
Phil Foden. Or Phil Foden.
Or Foden, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not Rice.
Foden,
definitely not.
I'd have them 3 in a heartbeat before him.
Yeah.
Easy.
But
they'll probably all play for England.
I'd rather have a shoe out on the left, just sitting there, than have Grealish out playing for England. Honestly,
it's been.
That's a good point.
He still spend the shoe would spend less time on the floor than Grealish does.
Yeah.
But so we had the Villa Sheffield game. That was the first game back. I mean, it's good for us to shake the cobwebs off as fans as well, just watching the games. Trying to jam all the football in, and it's tough with how much there is. But then we had City Arsenal, City 3-0. David Luiz.
Absolute stroll.
Well, actually, first let's talk about Xhaka first, because that was the what was it like the
third minute?
It was early on.
My hero.
Yeah.
It's like he was running. It's like he was running in stilettos. And he broke a heel.
Yeah.
And went over on his ankle. And I swear, because you didn't really catch it at the time, it was like a corner up, and then he stayed down after the corner. And I'm thinking, I can't see anything. I can't see what he's done. I'm sure he's just bottling it.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to be there. And then it went back, and it showed you exactly what he did when he was running in his high heels.
Yeah. And the ball fouled him.
He just went over on his own foot. It looked like Guendouzi might have tackled him.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I don't blame you if you're trying to get him out.
Yeah, he tripped on one of Guendouzi's locks.
Yeah, but he's ended up going over on his ankle. And fair enough, he wasn't back. I'm thinking, let's see if he's back for the Brighton game, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gone back on lockdown.
Yeah, like he was in the beginning of the season.
Do you want to go to that other Arsenal performance, or do you want to stay at City and go with David Luiz?
I think
I know what you want to do.
Let's stay. We've got plenty of ways to go here.
I want to say I actually didn't see the game live, and I was getting messages all over my phone. I ended up watching it later on about because everyone knows how much I hate David. Not hate, but how much. I mean, I guess dislike David Luiz.
Yeah. Well, he didn't start, did he? And then he's come on. And he's made the mistake.
Yeah.
He's made the mistake for Sterling's goal, which Sterling was a great finish actually.
It's great finish.
Yeah, but he's
down and hit it, but
yeah,
great finish.
See, I hate that. If you're, I mean, I'm sure there's ex-players who are some of the best players. Like I say, I'm never going to name names because they have a job as a commentator right now, as a pundit, but they'll agree that it's a penalty nowadays, as they will say. But, I mean, you look at Mahrez, David Luiz is trying to claw at him, but Mahrez is just looking for the foul all day. How do you fall forward? How do you fall forward if someone's pulling you back?
Well, that's the thing, but the fact that he's got his hands on him in the penalty box, mate.
Hands on him? What do you mean? Like, it's a physical sport.
He's trying to gain an advantage. He's put his hand on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Then Mahrez dove.
Yeah.
They're very, very similar to Pogba. It was the exact same. I honestly believe that the ref can't do nothing but give a pen. I'm not saying it's a staunch pen,
right?
But he's put his hand on his shoulder to stop him getting in or to put him off balance. You can't touch them in the box.
No,
all
right. All right,
but if you
the dive comes because of the hand on the shoulder.
All right, but then now you condone the dive. Okay, so if you're saying it's,
I'm not condoning a dive.
I mean, okay. So if you're saying that Mahrez is going to fall over anyway, then due to the rules, it's not a clear scoring opportunity if he's just looking for the foul. So then it's not a red card. Now, first of all, I'm never the person to defend like David Luiz. He messes up, and you saw like you said for Sterling's goal, you saw what he's capable of. He's an idiot. But like I said, I'll never defend. I'll never defend anything he does. But this wasn't a penalty in my eyes. It was so weak. It wasn't as weak as the Pogba's, but I
think the ref has to give it. I think if you...
He has to give it, yeah.
He has to give it.
No matter what we think, I think
but like you just said, He only gave it because Mahrez fell down. So then that's how you know it's a dive. Mahrez doesn't fall down. Mahrez tries to go and score. He doesn't call a penalty if the ball goes in the back of the net, does he? You know? So he falls down.
But I don't think anyone would call a penalty if the ball goes in the back of the net.
All right, but then that's why you should always... That's why I hate this...
But listen, that's not the first time David Luiz has done that, is it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
He does that all the time.
I know.
He does it all the time.
I know. Years at Chelsea, I've seen it. Honestly.
I mean, the point is, I think he didn't... You know, he'd been beaten. He'd made the mistake. Apparently, the red card was because of the...
Well, then pull it... Then it's a free kick outside the box before it happens...
To who?
Because to City, because Mahrez... Because what happens, you're saying the whole he puts his hand on his shoulders, he does that outside the box. So if you're saying
he doesn't. It was in the box.
Yeah.
No, the first time he did
it in the box.
The first time
he did it in the box because Mahrez ended up coming back across.
Yeah, I know.
Straight forward. He ended up coming back across when his hands were on him. He came back across this way.
Yeah, I'm like 85 to 90% sure he started doing it in the box because he clawed at him a few times, and then Mahrez cut back like he does because he only has a left foot. And then he waited until he was in the box.
He obviously didn't see his goal today.
Yeah, exactly.
No, all right, but yeah. No, I thought he did well today, but
he's quality today, mate. Funny.
Yeah, today.
His first touch is superb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly not his biggest fan, Mahrez, but I think he deserved. He obviously did he showed Pep he deserved to be in the squad.
I think Pep likes him a lot, mate.
Yeah.
I really do. I think Pep likes him a lot.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
and I do.
But it's the weird thing because he's not a team player, is he? And Pep usually shuns those non-team players. Those.
I mean,
if he scores goals like that.
Yeah, which he does. He doesn't usually though.
Yeah, he scores.
That's the thing. He doesn't usually.
He's like Robin. You know, he tries that, and he can only do that against like significantly weaker teams,
like Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
but
he did it to a lot of teams when he was playing at Leicester.
I know, he did because people.
I think he's a quality player. I don't like how selfish he can be sometimes. But if he's getting goals, then I mean, you can't complain. You know, what about Phil Foden's finish as well? I thought that was really good. The Aguero took that shot off the post and Foden finished it with his left foot.
Yeah,
and he got another
two. He was alive, wasn't he? I mean, that just goes to show. Arsenal showed up.
Yeah.
Same afternoon, went straight to the stadium, went out, they said early for a warm-up.
Yeah.
And then couldn't wait to get off, jump back on the plane again.
Yeah.
And the defenders acted like that. You know, there was only, I don't know, there was 4 defenders around and only one Man City player, and he was the one that got the rebound.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he was just...
But I mean, 3-0 flattered Arsenal, didn't they? To be honest with you. City was in complete control.
Yeah.
They look worrying, Arsenal.
Yeah.
It worried me. And look, I'm a Man City fans, and I like Arteta, and I hope he does well. I just don't see the emotion on the sidelines.
Yeah.
When you watch Pep shouting, screaming, pointing, and all this, and you think if he's been with him. I just want to see some passion, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Arteta's...
I don't know what he's like. I don't know what he's like on the training ground. I just see him at the side of the field. If I'm going through a bad time on the field and I'm struggling and my team's struggling and you're looking for guidance somewhere, you look across, your manager's normally screaming at you, or you go a goal down, a couple of goals down.
I mean,
you look across, you're looking for something.
How can you be down when you got Granit Xhaka as your captain, you know? Surely that'll pick you up.
That's another thing I don't get.
How can you be passionate when Arteta could probably put on a shirt right now and play better than Torreira, Guendouzi?
But he probably does it. He probably does in training, doesn't he?
Yeah. Look, I think whatever happens with Arsenal this season is just. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? Really?
It's something they got to shake off.
It doesn't, but it's ominous.
I feel bad.
Before the break, they'd only lost 6 games.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 out of 2 already.
Yeah.
You know.
I just think the team's all over the place. I think there needs to be a rebuild there.
I feel bad
the back line is abysmal.
Yeah.
And then two in front of them,
that was
abysmal.
That was probably, I mean, is it Marip, the other lad who went off? Marip? I think it was. He went off after... The one who went off, is it Marip? M-A-R-I-P? I'm not sure.
It's something like that.
He's just come this season anyway.
I'll tell you right now, actually.
He was the one who went off for David Luiz.
Oh, Mari? Pablo Mari? Mari?
Yeah.
Mari? Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him before. But I watched who was it breezed by him? Was it Mahrez when he went down injured? I don't think who was it. Was it Mahrez? Oh no, it was Kyle Walker.
Oh yeah.
Kyle Walker broke.
Yeah.
And just breezed by him. So
yeah.
3 yards.
When he tried to play it back. Yeah.
Yeah. When he realised he couldn't get there, he ended up going down injured.
Yeah. That was
only the 20th minute.
I thought that was a really positive moment for Kyle Walker in an otherwise really dull game for him. I thought he looked off. He was giving away passes left and right. Eric Garcia was telling him where to go and stuff, and I think Walker needs that competition. He gets too complacent. He's great going forward, but then he's sloppy with his passes sometimes, and it's
I think.
Yeah, look, you're forever learning, though, mate. You know, you just gotta. Yeah, look, I mean, 3 months off. I'm not a big believer of the rust and all that, because what happens when you play your first league game of every season? You say, I'm rusty, or you got to get straight into it.
Mm-hmm.
As Liverpool have shown you, if you're not on straight away, and you lose a couple early doors, they're going to be out of sight.
Yeah.
So you have to be in it. It's like people are making excuses for them.
I mean, it's different for different positions. I mean, you look at goal scorers. Imagine Torres when he was at Liverpool. And how he was, and then he had we had this. Imagine if this happened back then, and he comes back to how he ended up.
Yeah.
You're not going to blame that.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, he was like that at the end of Liverpool. Yeah, but I don't know. There's certain type of players that need to be challenged.
I think Kyle Walker is one of them, and I think Cancelo playing today is Pep sort of shooting one across the bow, saying he didn't have a great game. I mean, it didn't really stand out because City played so well. But I'm telling you, if you watch Walker,
almost everyone, though. He changed almost everybody.
There was only 3 players who started last game. But still, I just think Cancelo didn't play much before the break. Walker needs competition for him to shine, and when he shines, he shines. He's when he shines, he's the best right back in the league.
Of course he is. I agree with you. Well, Alexander Arnold might have something to say about that. But
there you go. That should be Walker's competition, competing for the England squad.
I think,
or at least competing for to make it a back 5.
Walker's done though. I don't think he'll play again.
He not?
With England, England maybe, yeah. With England maybe, yeah.
Unless Southgate goes.
Has there been any news on Garcia?
Yeah, I saw.
I couldn't believe.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe Edison was
he was kind of.
Smashes him.
Yeah.
And then he just steps away and he's like.
Yeah.
He's like that though.
Maybe I was thinking at the time that he knew how hard he'd hit him, or realised he hadn't hit him. As hard. I mean, it did look terrible, didn't it?
It looked bad, yeah. I mean, he was. I think he was. I mean, you saw his hands went stiff. Garcia's. He laid down straight, and his hands went up like that. So he was out cold. But Edison he's a tank with his passing, with his speed. I mean, they were saying
a couple of balls, mate.
Ola White was saying today.
Mahrez, yeah.
Sorry, Tamara's, he played a few.
He sort of just miscontrolled it.
Yeah, with it on his right foot. But Ola White was saying today about how Burnley's bench. They were saying he's got 2 goalkeepers, and you wouldn't mind if they had the footwork like Edison does. I'm thinking outfield players wouldn't mind having the footwork he does. He could play in midfield. His passing accuracy is ridiculous.
Not in the Premier.
I think he could play against Burnley in midfield. He could play against.
You've got to hang up about this, haven't you? You've got to hang up about this.
Me?
You want to? No, Geordie.
What do you mean?
He wants the David James.
Oh
thing
no! I want that.
And let him have a run out.
Yeah.
And let him have a run out.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, but I don't know. I've never seen a goalkeeper like that. He's perfect for Pep. I thought Bravo was a shit signing. It was really sad to see Joe Hart go, and Bravo just every shot passed him, But Edison can.
There's talk today. Joe Hart might go to Arsenal.
Really?
Because of Leno, yeah. I'd like to see that.
Wow, Joe Hart's contract's up, isn't it? At the end of June.
I wouldn't like to see that because I think Leno's one of the best keepers in the world.
Well, he's out.
Yeah, but he's going to be out for a while now, mate. He's going to be
Yeah,
out.
I know. So what does Joe Hart do? Sit on the bench?
Well, he just needs.
Well, no, he's going to.
No, I mean when Leno gets back. How long is that contract? Is it a year contract?
Well, I don't know, mate. I think it's just.
Well, the fact that we're going straight into the next season with how I don't even know, the break's going to be short, isn't it?
I would imagine
from this season to next season, he's gonna get game time, and I'd
imagine that they try to actually extend it because then the Euros are next season. At the end of next season.
I don't even know if it's happening. I don't even know if it's happening. I just heard the whistle today. So.
Oh, with Joe Hart?
He's at Burnley. Yeah,
now that we brought up Joe Hart, yeah, and he's out of contract. I just wanted to bring up, this is the second thing I've ever doubted Pep on. Is the first thing ever was Joe Hart leaving and bringing in Bravo. But, I mean, then now look, you have Edison, so there's no complaints. Now it's letting Sane leave and having Sterling and Mahrez, who aren't Champions League players, in my opinion. I mean...
Look, I just think anyone who expresses the intention to leave, you let them go. Yeah. And I think Pep has proved in the past nobody's bigger
I know, but
than the club and the squad.
Pep also, I'm sure, was getting told by the higher ups to play Sterling because of his price tag, and he shinned in quite a few goals. 17, 2 seasons ago, something like that, and he scored quite a few goals. But if you look at them, there's only 3-4 that were his little signature move where he cuts in and whips into the far post, which are decent goals. But that's his one thing he can ever do. The rest are, we've all seen it. He'll be 5 yards out and you don't know if the ball's going to go in.
Yeah,
it's perfectly on the floor and somehow he makes it bounce up and hit his knee.
Yeah, and I think he's. I don't know. He
doesn't deserve to be in the Champions League. First and foremost, he does not deserve to be in the Champions League.
I think we've always had this issue because I liked Sterling at Liverpool.
The problem is he will be,
and I don't know why.
Yeah.
The problem is he will be, and Chelsea won't.
Well, yeah.
I don't care. I'm just saying he's.
Well, it's actually the opposite, isn't it? Chelsea will, and City might not.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Well, we'll see. Apparently, it's next month, isn't it?
Get
the results of that.
Why do you think Chelsea won't? You think they're gonna struggle? You just said how much good form they're in.
Oh no, they're 3-0 down against Bayern, aren't they?
Oh, are you saying?
Yeah,
for the
you
rest
mean
of the
season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
All right, but you're not gonna look. You're not gonna look at.
City in general may not be in next season.
Yeah, I know, but you're not going to look at Sterling and be like, all right, he's going to be a game changer,
Well, he is, though. He does.
No, he's not.
He comes on and he scores. He's in the right position.
He comes
at
on
the right
and gets
times.
hit by the ball and the ball goes in the back of the net.
All right.
You could put a plank of wood there.
On.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Come on.
Look, I don't think he's.
We burned that bridge.
I don't think he's the best player in the world. I don't think he's. I think I keep Sane over him.
Yeah, I'll keep Sane. I was just saying.
But he's not. He's not. You can't say he's not Champions League material.
I'll back that every single day of the week. I'll say he's Europa League. I'll put him in. Put him in the Europa League, but
we don't qualify for that. That's a Thursday, mate.
What's that? What's the Europa League?
I'm just saying he's not.
It's like the Sunday League of Europe.
I was just saying earlier, watching the City game, he was sitting by himself, looking upset that he didn't start.
Yeah, I didn't see that. He was 12 feet away from the next person instead of 6.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. We
can
change subject.
We
can change the subject. You don't want to talk about it.
Footballers want to play every single game, every single week. Or they should.
Well, if the only credit that you have is scoring, and you're against Burnley, who aren't playing any of their starters, then you're going to want to play.
Look at Aguero, mate. Look how he must feel. He's up in the running for the Golden Boot every year, and Pep takes him off, leaves him out.
Yeah.
But Pep does it because he tries to get the best for the squad, for the team itself, the overall bigger picture.
Yeah.
So today's footballers have to accept it. I couldn't have accepted it.
How does
today's footballers have to accept it?
Okay, how does that compare to Sterling then, with Aguero?
No, you're just saying he looked upset that he wasn't playing. So
I'm
saying if I was Sergio,
no,
I would
yeah,
be
100%, yeah.
You know?
I mean, you could see Gabriel Jesus, whatever you want to call him. He started playing today, like how he played for Brazil.
Yeah.
How he thinks, like he sees like the likes of Neymar, and he thinks he has to be like a one-man squad, and you see him shanking shots that you wouldn't normally see.
He seemed a bit.
Yeah, it was like a 5-0 game, and he's like, I deserve a goal. And normally he's not like that.
He's not, no.
And I hate to say it, I really do think he deserves to be starting every game. But, I mean, no one's going to start above Aguero.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what he does, though, mate. He works it so that, look, the players right now, they want to play to get fit.
Yeah.
And they want to play because they've missed it, hopefully. They want to play to get fit. But as a squad, for the whole team in general, for the club in general, Pep's going to see a game and say, I can get these players 90 minutes and we can still go and win the game, you know?
Yeah.
So as a manager, you've got to manage the squad. But as a player, you only think about yourself, really.
Yeah.
You want to play every game. You want to get yourself fit to be the best you can be.
Exactly.
You know?
There's too many superstars in City there's too many variables. There's too many,
It's not just City, is it? It's not just City.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, let's say, like, Aguero's thinking, oh, okay, let's say Vardy's 3, or I don't even remember the Golden Boot tally right now, but let's say, like, you're playing Burnley and Aguero's like, I could get 3 goals this game. And he sits him out because he wants to play Jesus because...
No, he didn't. He started today.
No, I know. I'm saying hypothetically, like, you're saying, like, you want to keep everyone happy. Then it's like, well, Aguero's your star man. There's no one else in the world like Aguero. I mean, I guess other than Suarez, but...
Well, look,
he came on for what? He came on for like 15 minutes against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Could have had 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah.
That's what he gives you.
Yeah.
That's what he gives you.
I mean, Pep's going to look out...
Did you find out what happened to him today, mate? Because I think it wasn't when they give the penalty.
Yeah.
No, when they give the penalty, I don't think that was when he got hurt. I think it was his knee.
Yeah, he was holding his knee
earlier on when somebody cut one back to the edge of the box.
Yeah.
And he sort of slipped as he went to take the shot or he went to check.
Yeah.
And then after that, I seen him holding his knee. So, and then when he walked off,
it was his right knee, right?
His left.
No, his left knee.
Oh, okay.
And then when he walked off, I see him say something to Pep, and I seen Pep's face. So I think he's going to be
out for a while.
You don't want to miss him Chelsea.
Jesus.
You don't want to miss him
Liverpool.
Chelsea and Liverpool.
No.
And that's another thing. Are they now going to come and win the league at the Etihad?
They're not, though.
No.
City looks much better than Liverpool do.
No,
I mean, Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
I'm not saying they will. I'm asking. Are they?
I would love for them to come to the Etihad and think they're going to win the league and get beat 3-0.
Look, we accept they've won the league.
Fine.
But don't let them do it there.
No, it's not going to happen. And I've also got a few things to point out in a little bit. We'll get to in a bit. It's worth me as a City fan watching the rest of the season and watching Liverpool to watch that. There's some records that they're going for that shouldn't be broken, but that'll keep us interested. But I'll get to that in a bit. But I just want to go back to Sane really quick. Is he definitely going to Bayern? Like, is there anywhere else that you could see him?
I mean, the only talk there's been more than that, Sane, has been Coutinho. It would seem like we've been talking about Sane since December, January, whatever.
Well, even before he did his injury. This was a
before,
yeah.
No, he did. Was it?
It was before.
His injury was last August.
No, because there was always.
It was in the It was in the Community Shield, wasn't it, against Liverpool?
August,
yeah. There was talk.
There was talk over the summer transfer.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. It's been that long.
I say
get it done.
Keep them both in. Premier League.
I'd rather not see him.
You don't want the best players there. I understand that.
Of course, yeah. I think he's going to wither away at Bayern. And then, I was actually talking to Jordan about this. If he goes to Bayern, what happens to Koeman?
Take him at City. He looks good.
I mean, I would.
Kingsley Coman?
Yeah, I would over Sterling. But
going round in circles.
Mate, the only way Sterling's going to go is to Real Madrid for a shitload of money.
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you.
And he needs to have a crazy season for that to happen, and he needs to play a lot, and he needs to get a lot of those shin-ins that he did like a year and a half ago. So it's kind of, I don't know, if I was a City fan, I look at Sterling like he's gangrene.
All right.
And I want to cut him off. I want to cut him off.
All right. So let's so Sane, supposedly Bayern are looking to pay 30 million for him. Chelsea just bought Timo Werner for 60.
30 million.
Yeah. 30 million Bayern have offered.
He shouldn't
City.
go.
No, that is a joke.
Yeah.
But then you consider,
is that because he's got one year left on his contract,
and because of his injury, and
a chance in that arm, a chance in that arm.
But why aren't any other teams coming in? I mean, Sane's a steal for 60. I think he's,
steal for 60. Yeah.
I think people are going to find out if he's fit or not.
Yeah.
You have a relapse. God forbid you have a relapse on the injury that he had.
Yeah.
And it's curtains, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, but also, he's one of the best prospects. Like, I was just saying.
Of course he is.
I was just saying to Jordan. I mean, I didn't say Messi either, but I think Messi's going to play until he's like 43, 45. Just sit there and do what he does. But
he just signed a new contract till 2023.
Yeah, but I think Mbappe and Sane are going to be the Ballon d'Or for the next. They're going to be the little Cristiano Ronaldo and little Ronaldo and Messi for for the foreseeable future. So
not Neymar.
No, not Neymar.
He'll squeak in there, mate. I'm telling you.
Of course he will, because
he's the next. I think he's going to win one.
Who?
Neymar.
He's past.
You just need them two out the way. Once them two are out the way, which won't be for another couple of years yet.
Yeah.
So who knows? By that time, Neymar will be 30.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't think Neymar. I think Cristiano Ronaldo will, and I hate to praise him, but I think he'll always be like head and shoulders above Neymar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's older than Messi, isn't he?
By a year.
So he'll go, and then Messi will go.
No, Messi will sit back in Barcelona.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying Ronaldo, but Ronaldo will be gone before Messi is.
Yeah. Ronaldo will go. Yeah. Ronaldo will go to America, and the Ballon d'Or won't even be a question.
Anyway, is it time for a drinks break yet?
What an absolute fucking joke! Yeah. What is it? Under 12s now?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to head the ball.
Has Britain become a tropical island while I've been away?
Yeah.
It's like pissing down in Liverpool and Manchester, and they're like, as if the game doesn't stop enough.
I know.
It's been doing my head in. Mate, listen, you hear what Pep said today?
What?
This is even worse.
Look, I stayed clear of all media all day and work so I could watch the game recorded at home after. So.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't read anything. Yeah.
He wishes there were timeouts like basketball.
Really?
Pep said that. Yeah, Pep says that because Pep says that because he wants to be on the pitch.
Yeah,
and he wants to actually organise.
Of course. But
he's not thinking in the grand scheme of things. He's
but
himself.
I can't have it. I can't. Look, the game stops enough, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does, man. I'm on the brink of never watching, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because it's got like that to me. When you talk about your Grealishes and Richarlison, did you see him again?
Yeah.
I know, which fucking never fucking smiled. Miserable looking fuck. Every time he goes near someone, goes down and grabs his knee or his ankle.
Mm.
And again, he has ability. I defended him when he signed.
Yeah.
I defended him for the price.
He was great at Watford. It was a good signing.
Yeah, but the manager came and had faith in him and they spent the money, and I said, believe in what the manager knows. He probably knows him better than anybody.
Yeah.
And he's gone there and he's done a good job for Everton. But that falling down shit and the faking, it just got to stop for me. It does my frigging head in.
Yeah.
And I can't have now the person that is. I've just done my Man City all-time 11, right?
I thought you don't do them.
Well, it wasn't my team.
That you played with, yeah.
It was all-time 11. It was for the game today, I think.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Man City all-time 11. The majority of the players are going to be within the last decade.
Well, I had Joe Hart in goal.
Did you have Dennis Law at all?
No, I had Rodney Marsh up front. Okay. I had 3 up top. I had I tell you who I did.
Yeah, Go through it.
I'll go through it if I can remember. But it's like they're
Wait, you
not
had
doing
Joe
a paper
Hart in
program.
goal?
I put Joe Hart in goal, yeah.
Okay, like those seasons where they played Barcelona and that.
Yeah,
he was amazing.
when he was brilliant, yeah.
But I would still put Edison. Yeah, I hate to say it, I would still put Edison.
He hasn't been there long enough for me, mate.
He's revolutionised the game.
Yeah,
the game of football. Never mind. All right, go on.
Yeah,
it was your opinion.
Anyway, I went Joe Hart. I put my mate Lakey at right back, even though he wasn't a natural right back.
Yeah,
and it was difficult not to put Zabaleta in.
Yeah.
But Lakey for me, I had to play him somewhere. I did this with me Talk Sport one as well, but I had to put him in somewhere. So I fitted him in at right back. I had Company and Colin Hendry centre back. They're two very, very similar players, leaders, big, strong, great in the air, good on the floor. Left back, I had Terry Phelan. You won't remember him. He was absolute lightning. I never played that City with him, but I know how the City fans feel about him. I went three in the middle. I went Yaya, Colin Bell, and De Bruyne.
No, and David Silva.
I went David Silva. I had to push him up, mate, because I started with a 4-4-2, and I forgot Yaya.
Yeah.
So I ended up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used the songs, remember?
Yeah.
And I ended up with David Silva, Rodney Marsh, and Aguero up top.
Yeah.
And if you Google Rodney Marsh and watch him when he was playing, mate, he was out of this world. For everybody, QPR, Fulham.
Yeah.
City, yeah. Just a flair player. That was me. I think I had to name. I think I had.
Are you confident on that?
It was, yeah.
Was it on the spot, or do you have time to think about it?
No, I had a day, but
I think I can challenge you. I think I can challenge you to change at least.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. I think I can get you. If you give me a day or two, I think I can get you to change.
You can get me to change one or two.
I think at least 4.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I mean, I just said Dennis Law right there. You don't think?
Yeah, no, I thought about Dennis Law. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Think about him.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Man United connection that killed me, though. To be fair.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, that's biased though. So you stay. I'm allowed to change formation.
No, I think Rodney Marsh was. Similar type of players. I think. Well,
look,
I would go with Rodney Marsh.
Why don't you put together your 11
my all-time City?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And then we'll compare them next to each other.
All right.
And I'll do one as well.
Well, I did it. It was like I said. They didn't have the program today, but they do it digitally.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on the website or. Yeah, it'll probably be on the website.
Yeah.
Out there. Yeah.
And
I had to name seven subs or something.
Do you remember what you said?
I can't. Well, you know what? I can't remember all that. I know Dickie. I know Dickie was on there. I know Joe Corrigan. Yeah, I had Joe Corrigan, so I didn't even.
2 defenders,
I didn't have
2
Edison on the bench.
2 strikers.
No, I don't think I did it like that. I think I did. Zabaleta, Dickie, Joe Corrigan. I think I had Tommy Bood as well, centre back. I actually did try and do full backs, maybe front men, centre backs. I had Georgie Kincladze as well, who I did play with.
Yeah.
He was like David Silva, to be fair. He was maybe a little bit quicker, but
he was a lefty as well.
Great little lefty as well, mate. Yeah. Mate, was quality.
He played at Chelsea, didn't he? No.
No, Man City then off. City was his only English club, I think.
Who did he play for before?
I don't know where they got him from, mate. Ajax, I think, might have been.
Ajax?
It might have been Ajax, yeah. He was frightening. He was absolutely quality. So, but I think that was in today. That was for the game today. So, it'll be interesting to see that.
Yeah, definitely. So, we can skip over the Spurs-Man United game unless there's any talking points. Yeah.
It was just a very, very similar penalty with a very, very similar very, very similar defender who's done it before.
Yeah.
wasn't it? You know, when you look at the
I think he said something about his brother, and then he just went after.
Yeah.
Well, Pogba did the same thing. I mean, to be fair, he did look a little bit livelier than he's been for a long time.
He played a great... I don't know if you remember, like maybe 10, 15 minutes afterwards. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but he played a great ball, a half volley.
Pogba did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked good. I thought Pogba looked good.
I feel like you would have remembered the ball, but he played
right,
it
that's enough.
right to
Listen,
Rashford.
Yeah.
And,
we don't do that. We don't do that on here.
No, let's move on to... we are getting to West Ham. We're just slowly getting there because of the way it went.
Yeah,
but
you're just keeping me... keeping me stewing, mate.
Let's talk about another Arsenal loss then. We'll just talk about Brighton.
Well, the big points then was like Pepe's goal, brilliant for me.
I thought it was nice. I kind of think the keeper should have had it.
No, mate, it wasn't like that. I thought that initially.
I've seen it 1,000 times. I think
it was above him. It was over him. It wasn't. It was over him. Neither.
It was over. I think maybe the keeper's positioning was. I don't know. There was something off about it.
Sometimes them ones that are out of height they should save.
It just had that
the timing's
dip.
out.
It just had
and
that
the timing's
dip.
out.
Yeah,
but it was over him, mate. Yeah. So
like you just hit it that quick.
Yeah. I mean, I was happy they played Lacazette. To be honest with you.
Did you see Pepe's reaction? That's the thing. Did you see Pepe's reaction once he got taken off?
No.
No.
He was so pissed about Brighton equalising. Wait, no. They scored first, didn't they?
Arsenal scored
Pepe
first.
scored first, and then Lewis
Brighton equalising, and he's at like...
it was a scramble, wasn't it? The equaliser was a scramble,
He
can't defend again.
No, from the corner, wasn't it?
That's all I'm saying. And then when they scored the winner, Pepe's freaking out.
Well, what about Bert Leno getting getting taken off?
That was Mopay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Mopay.
Yeah.
You know what? He didn't mean to injure him.
No.
He's meant to nudge him because he's come for a catch on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
And he's meant to just nudge him outside the box so he'd be handling outside the box.
It's not like he's gone.
And unfortunately, he lands funny on his knee. Yeah. And now all of a sudden he's meant to injure him and all that. Listen, the Arsenal players reacted like petulant little children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you act like that when things aren't going right for you.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, and that's what they were like. Like Guendouzi. Look, is he supposed to be some hard man or something? Or
19 years old or whatever
he looks in the mirror?
Yeah.
Does he not see this long wig?
Yeah.
Does he look at a skinhead and?
Sideshow Bob to the Krusty the Clown.
He's got one of the fairground mirrors, hasn't he? That makes him pumped up or something.
It's not like Mopé's gone in studs up. You know what I mean?
But why would
just nudge them?
Yeah.
With all the protection the keepers have today, why would you want to try and nudge a keeper?
Yeah.
You know, it is stupidity, and I think that's what Leno's defense was.
But the way they reacted was like he went in for him like viciously.
Well,
the
keeper's
which he
momentum
didn't.
was taking him towards coming out of the box if he caught it. And he was just helping him along.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, and that's what most centre forwards would do, I think.
I mean, did you
they would just try and help him out.
Did you see? But now with all the protection they have, if you touch a keeper, it's a foul. So
yeah.
But it doesn't matter. He's not going to be a booking or anything.
I know, but this is how it ends in an injury. You know that, and I think that's what Leno's defense was.
I thought it was
Leno pointing at him and kind of like scolding him.
I thought it was a bit of an overreaction.
I mean, if I got injured because someone did something that, you know, he really shouldn't have done, I would have been like Leno. I would have called him all sorts.
But are you seeing it from a goalie's perspective? Are you seeing it from the keeper that's saying, I can't be touched, don't touch me?
No.
Are you seeing it from a centre forward who wants to give them a little dig now and
like,
again?
what if he?
I'm saying the same thing.
What if he nudged him and Leno drops the ball and then they've got it again and it leads to a goal?
He nudges him and the ref doesn't catch it.
Yeah.
Well, he nudges him, he doesn't catch it, and he ends up falling outside the box to get a free kick. Well, what if he drops the ball because he doesn't want to carry it outside?
What is it in you that like you've? I mean, because that's technically a foul. You know,
not really.
You're not going for the ball. The ball's in the person's control.
You could have said the momentum was coming through and he was running into him. Like,
I mean, you can say whatever you want, but what is it in you that says that? I mean, it's the whole thing back to Paolo Di Canio with the keeper getting injured, and we all know Paolo Di Canio was a big cheat as well. But he actually did one thing that was so memorable where the keeper went down and he gets crossed into him, and we know he's going to finish it any way he wants, and he catches the ball and says, no, the keeper's down. Yeah. So what does it take? It's this cheating mentality that every single player has. Like, you can't name one player right now that hasn't ever dove, or hasn't dove within the last year. It's really, really, really difficult. I would say maybe Van Dijk, because he's 8 feet tall and weighs 400 pounds, and it's kind of hard to push him over. I've never seen Edison dive, but I can't really name.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we used to watch Messi? We said he never dove, and now it's kind of he's not as.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, now it's sometimes he dives, and now you start to accept it more and more, and now you accept it into the game. And that's how the game gets weaker. And that's why you see penalties like Pogba, you see penalties like Mahrez, where there is people like Glenn Hoddle, who was one of the toughest players, where he would, go smash someone, and now he's saying nowadays, oh, yeah, that's a penalty. And it's like, take it back to your day.
Yeah.
You would have laughed at him on the floor,
I think I'm not going to get back into this.
Mate,
it's a different game, though. It's
Glenn Hoddle never smashed anyone, mate.
I'm saying back then, if you plucked Glenn Hoddle from back then and put him in today's game, he'd be one of the toughest people ever.
He wasn't back then, yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, that was my point. He had those tree trunk thighs, and you could shove anyone off the ball, but now it would be considered a foul. Go on if you want to.
No, yeah,
but the thing for me, what I didn't like to see was that Mope, Guendouzi, absolutely ridiculous. When they kicked off, when he scored the winning goal, which was
great goal, by the way.
Yeah,
great goal.
Which was going to happen because of all the shit that had gone on before.
Yeah,
you just know in football, this thing follows on. In
the stars,
and apparently he's done an interview afterwards and said, no real remorse, because look, I can understand that he thinks I didn't set out to injure the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Right? I can understand him feeling like that. I don't think there was any malice for him to hurt the goalkeeper.
No, he's not.
Maybe he's going to give a free kick away.
Exactly.
Maybe he's going to give a free kick away. Maybe he's going to make him drop the ball outside the box and get away with it. Yeah. There's no malice, right? So apparently the Arsenal lads have been having a dig at him for the whole time after that. And then he ends up... but this was before, apparently, while the game was going on, because he scored in injury time. So he scored in injury time. So apparently he said afterwards, that's what you get for mouthing it the whole game,
Yeah.
And I can imagine, Guendouzi, the way he reacted after the kickoff, after the kickoff of, I think it was after the first goal, after the equaliser, after the kickoff, he's waited till he's run by him, and he's stuck his arm out. Not even swung an arm. Just stuck it out. So as he ran by, it touched his stomach, which is pathetic anyway.
Yeah.
That's pathetic from Guendouzi.
To do that.
And then Mope goes down as if he's been punched in the stomach, which is even more pathetic, right? And then after Mope goes and scores the winner, the final whistle goes.
And they all charge him.
And then Guendouzi sort of grabs him by the throat, and then he falls down on the floor again. Now, this is what it's come to. This is absolutely pathetic.
My point exactly.
That not from both of them.
Yeah.
From Guendouzi trying to... Now they're talking about, is he going to get done after the fact? Guendouzi did have his hand on his throat.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's actually got the strength to squeeze and have an effect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous and pathetic. And another Arsenal loss with no underbelly,
Yeah.
With no heart, no passion, nothing.
And with stuff like that, you remember the Zidane in 2006 with the headbutt. He headbutted him. He didn't really go for the face or chin or the forehead like you do with a headbutt. Yeah. Zidane apparently said he said something, whatever the rumours are, but he's hit him in the chest, and it's still, you never mind, it's like they've plucked referees from a different planet that have never interacted with humans, never seen physical contact with any other human, and they think, oh, that's how you go down if you're touched. Yeah. You know, like that's the proper reaction. Because, I mean, people always bring up rugby players, always say that football players are like little wimps or whatever, and then you say, would that happen on the street? Would you fall down if Guendouzi came up and touched your neck? You know,
in the street.
No. In the street, you know,
I'd phone the police.
Yeah, right. Phone the police, get him yellow carded.
By the way, I think that was the year I had France at 28-1.
You did, yeah. And they did terrible in the group stages. Yeah,
they lost on penalties.
Yeah, they did terrible in the group stages, didn't they? And then
they scraped through a little bit.
Yeah, they scraped through, and they were 1-0. They were the best. They were. No. They. I
don't know. Is that semi-finals?
They knocked out. They knocked out Brazil, because I remember Zidane having a game of his life.
I think Henry scored.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a cross and then from a free kick, and he came in and volleyed it.
Was Henry or Trezeguet one of them? Can't remember.
One of the best French teams ever, and then
I was gutted.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
West Ham yet?
Yeah. I knew you were just dragging that out and out and out.
Oh, mate. I don't keep talking about Arsenal or Chelsea or whatever.
Yeah. So West Ham.
I honestly, I fear for them. Unless things drastically change. I was so looking forward. I was hating the 3 months, staring at that table, seeing West Ham and Bournemouth down there. And that was the thing that got me, that looking at it for so long, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're back, and I couldn't wait to get back.
And then you see the Villa.
And then I see no fight, no heart, no passion. We talked about some players will be happier if there's no fans there.
Yeah.
I actually thought the fella who does the sound over, the voiceover, the sound over, would have put the booze on at half time.
He just did it himself in the microphone.
Well, I would have if I was in charge of it.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, I felt for Mark Noble. I see him looking for the ball. I see him getting the ball. He's sticking his hand out, arm out, saying, "Where are you? Who do we give it to?"
Well, look, there's a few players in the Claret and Blue that look like they want to be there. Mark Noble's one of them. Declan Rice, who's playing centre back, and I think he's better in midfield.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, else Creswell, you know. But
well, to be honest, mate, there's about 5 regular first team players injured, and I don't know how that works when you've had 3 months off already.
Yeah.
You know, players missing. You know, Haller wasn't there, Ogbonna wasn't there. You know, and if they're there, maybe he doesn't play that system.
Yeah.
Ogbonna slips in, Rice comes into midfield. Because I've seen Souček now, don't know how many times, and I don't know what he does.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what he does. And I know some West Ham fans on Twitter have come back to me and said, I didn't know him before, and I don't know him now. I don't know what his best position is.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him make 2 forward passes.
He had one decent shot, didn't he?
Yeah, one decent shot, yeah. But, you know,
then
it doesn't make a player.
No.
It doesn't make a player, does it?
They're just full of like individuals, you know. It doesn't look like a team. Like West Ham, a team like that who are meant to be top half of the table should be banding together. You know, you've got like Fornals as well. He just... what does he do?
I don't understand that. I don't get it. He's not... Souček, for me, is not a Premier League player.
No.
Fornals is not a Premier League player.
Not at all.
You know...
And the right back.
And Anderson, Philippe Anderson.
Yeah.
You know, how many chances do you want?
Mm-hmm.
How many chances do you want? I think he went 4-4-2 and played Anderson just floating behind Antonio.
Yeah, he did.
And float is what he did.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see any life.
No.
And I've stated it before, players with ability that don't show it is worse than players with no ability.
Right.
You know, I see Anderson and Souček, and I go, okay, Anderson, gifted, talented. Souček, what he brings, I don't know. Is he like a Fellaini? Needs to be pushed further forward and
needs to be sent to
flip
China.
Things on, but nobody plays like that anymore.
Yeah.
No, but nobody plays like that anymore.
Right.
Is he a... You know, I don't get it. And when I compare the two and go, Anderson with all the ability, doesn't do it. Souček, at least he ran around a bit. Sort of run around on the edge of the game now.
Yeah.
But I'm more disappointed with Anderson because he has it.
Right.
And then even Antonio. It took him till the 83rd minute to come to life.
Yeah.
The 83rd. Okay, he's playing up front of zone, and Anderson is supposed to be around him. We didn't look comfortable looking to play out of the back.
Yeah.
This is the same group of players that before the break, I was confident that they would get out because of the spirit of the performances that they showed.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is what it's going to be like, what I've seen against Wolves,
yeah,
I fear for them, and I hate to say it. It sickens me to my stomach.
I mean,
I fear for them.
Anderson's kind of acting how Payet did before he left.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of them acting like that. Fornals is acting like that. Yeah.
But Payet did the business.
Yeah.
So did Arnautovic.
Yeah.
Even though they turned into
arseholes. They were bigger than a club. Yeah.
They turned into arseholes. They did the business at least.
Yeah.
He isn't doing the business. They spent a lot of money on him, and it's like I don't belong. I deserve better. I hope it's not. Maybe I'm doing an injustice. I can only say what it looks like, and obviously this club is just dear to my heart, and it would kill me to see them go down. And I know what it would mean to the West Ham supporters.
Yeah.
For them to go down, and it's there may be no coming back.
Yeah.
They've got, and I didn't understand it. They've got a young right back. They've got Fredericks on the bench. He started the young right back. I don't know the full story.
Jeremy Ngakia, yeah.
Ngakia, but apparently he doesn't want to stay. He's letting his contract run out. He doesn't want to stay.
Yeah.
And you could see that with his attitude and his body language. Maybe that's the way he is. I don't know because I've never seen him before. But to me, looking at the youngster there, and he is a youngster.
Yeah.
If you think you're better than West Ham,
yeah.
If you think you're better than West Ham, at least go out when you get the opportunity to play in the first team and show it.
Exactly.
Because you're supposed to be in a shop window.
Yeah.
If not for the club, for yourself. So you're supposed to get a performance out of him, no matter what. Albeit, second half, I must admit, he did do a couple of things. He did pick up a little bit. But he never closed people down. He wasn't bothered really working his nuts off to get back, and even for the first goal.
Yeah.
Look what Wolves did. We made substitutions and so did they, and both their subs had an impact on the game, and ours didn't change anything.
Yeah.
So, Traore comes on, makes a goal, looks lively, looks like he wants to play, and then Neto comes on and scores a goal, but. Was it Jimenez?
Yeah.
Centre forward.
Raul Jimenez.
His first goal. Ngakia, right? He's got between Diop and Ngakia.
Yeah.
Now, it's behind Diop. So the ball in was a great delivery. Mm-hmm. But Ngakia is facing the play and can see it and should be coming across and challenging Jimenez.
Yeah.
And as he makes the header, he's going away from the ball. Now, whether that's inexperience or just, a lack of knowledge.
But look, he's getting the game time to learn these things now, isn't he? So it would be one thing. It'd be one thing if he was a young kid starting and giving it his all, but it's another thing him saying he doesn't want to be there. Like
if it's him thinking he's better than West Ham,
which it seems like
it's ridiculous.
See, my problem.
Nobody's going to on that performance. Where's he going to go? Is he going to get a bigger club than West Ham? I very much doubt it.
Yeah.
Now his agent might say different. But you put the shirt on, you leave everything there, whether you want to stay or not.
Yeah.
See, my problem with all that is, never mind West Ham, their history in that. No player's ever going to be bigger than the club. I mean, you look at Messi; he's never going to be bigger than Barcelona. In my opinion, the best player ever. Ronaldo was never bigger than United or Madrid. I mean, never mind. The state that West Ham have been in the last couple of decades, and what has been happening with Payet on Arnautovic, like you said, where they do think, you can tell they do think they're bigger than the club. And you look back and West Ham, they say West Ham won the World Cup, So it's like the whole Pogba not knowing who Souness was. Graham Souness. It's like they don't care enough about the history.
And you got to think he's been there since he was 13 and Gakia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he still doesn't even know enough. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like, I mean, I'm a Chelsea supporter, obviously West Ham London as well. If I ever wore a West Ham shirt, I feel like I'd feel that 50, 60 year pride plus.
Thank you. Thanks, mate. Because that's exactly.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the 60-60.
But I did though, didn't I?
Exactly.
You do feel it when I've done interviews recently on podcasts, and they say, you know, how did you feel coming to West Ham? What did you think about the club? And I straight away said, what I remembered was the European nights on that muddy pitch at Upton Park with the small stanchions and even going back to Clyde Best and Pop Robson.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, it was for me, there's a tradition with the club. And I had no hesitation stepping back down a division to go to a club like West Ham, who had a tradition of the way they played and the club itself. And, you know, I don't know how you can't. Maybe it's now that at a new stadium, the history isn't there. You know, this history was Upton Park, so you got a sense of the place and what had gone on there when you did sign or when you did play for them. Maybe it's different now. The history of London Stadium is not the club. You know, maybe there's a difference, or maybe it's just
like
an
atmosphere around the place.
Yeah, maybe it's just an attitude of today's players. Maybe
that's my point.
Maybe he's just young and impressionable, and his agents in his ear saying, "We can make a shitload of money if you move."
Yeah.
No,
what? Then not care about West Ham? No, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I've
if
always
that's the case, why did he play him?
Exactly.
Why did David Moyes start him? That's what I don't know. That's what I don't get. And look, I think Diop is going to be a good player. I think he has shown that he can be a good player. I seen things at the weekend where he was shaking away from wanting the ball and getting the ball off the keeper, and it was you know, it was frustrating for me knowing that. I mean, look, Declan Rice is being wasted while he's sitting there, but he's filling a gap.
Yeah, he does a job, doesn't he?
I think Balbuena was on the bench as well. I think.
Yeah, and he's decent.
I don't understand why you don't utilise Declan Rice by bringing him in. Maybe
like use Declan Rice instead of Soucek in midfield. Take him out and put Balbuena in.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was really no spark.
Yeah,
it had gone from maybe the break has hurt them more than a lot of other teams, but
I mean, right now they're joint on 27 points. They're in 17th with Bournemouth. So
Bournemouth, to be fair,
So here's a tough.
Wasn't inspiring either.
Yeah,
tell you the truth.
I think it's one or the other.
Here's a tough question for you then. Who goes down?
Watford.
Yeah, but really, who goes down?
Watford, Brighton.
You think Watford?
No, Brighton are done, mate. Brighton will escape now.
Yeah, I think they will.
There's only the four of them.
Brighton have Leicester tomorrow, don't they?
But if they're 5 points, mate. They're 5 points clear of the relegation. I can't see some of them teams getting 5 points.
Yeah.
Between now and the end of the season, I can't see Villa.
No.
Watford may squeak it. I'd like to think Bournemouth and West Ham have got 2 wins in them.
Yeah.
But then Brighton have got to lose every single game if you bring in Brighton into the equation.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
Was massive.
Yeah, I think that pulled them out of it. I think that was their saviour.
You've got Norwich done and dusted. I think Villa will go down. I didn't see anything.
I mean, Brighton don't have the best last couple of games.
Who have they got?
They got Leicester, Man United. I mean, then they have Norwich. Then they have Liverpool City back to back.
Oh wow.
They only need to beat Norwich.
Newcastle,
If they beat Norwich, they get 3 more points. I think that'll put Brighton safe.
Maybe,
8 points. I think that'll put them safe. Because, look, unless Bournemouth pull something out the fire, it's going to be Watford, West Ham, Bournemouth. It's going to be one of them 3.
Yeah.
And I hope it's Watford, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I was seeing the two performances.
It's gonna be a really tight race, isn't it? And what about Ryan Fraser as well? He's done. Eddie Howe said he's not playing again.
The good thing, the positive for Bournemouth, David Brooks came back.
Yeah.
Lefty. Showed some good touches.
Yeah,
Showed he still
kid,
got it. Breezes by people.
Yeah.
Didn't last the game because of cramp, because he's been out for so long.
Yeah.
But he's going to be massive for them.
I think did he score against City earlier in the season?
I think he might have done that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I might be thinking of the kid at Norwich. I can't remember. So that covers West Ham then. Hopefully it's a better result. You know, this podcast is going to be coming out after the Spurs game on Tuesday, but we'll talk about that on the next episode. But let's move forward. I mean, do you even want to touch on Bournemouth's performance? I mean, it
was just disappointing. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it's a chance. You've got Crystal Palace at home. You're not going to get many better chances. Although I think their record has been. They've moved up to 9th now with that win, and I think they've got a decent run of results. Yeah, is it?
Yeah, they're at 9th.
Oh, yeah, but I think before that they'd gone so many games unbeaten, or
yeah, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4. They won 4 since the Everton.
Yeah,
loss.
but you think with the break and you're struggling down there. It's an opportunity. Somebody like Palace comes to your home stadium. And it was just a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. I wanted to see a lot more fire.
Yeah.
They weren't really missing a lot of players. And I suppose the disappointment is more from the heart than anything. Because we asked last week if I could wish for anything. I want City to come out firing. And I want Bournemouth and West Ham to stay up. And it was just a bad first game, mate.
Yeah.
It was just a dodgy weekend all round, I think. City came out and did what it's supposed to do. And unfortunately, West Ham and Bournemouth didn't.
Yeah. I mean,
I think Bournemouth showed a little bit more than West Ham did.
Yeah.
Watford actually, the way things went with the Villa game and then Watford coming back and equalising after Chilwell had scored late for Leicester.
Yeah.
They come back and nick a point again.
Yeah.
And now I think Watford West Ham are on the same goal difference as well. I think minus 17, is it?
I think so, yeah. I hate to break it. I hate to break it to you. Bournemouth's run of games isn't looking too favourable for them.
It looks a shambles. So I figured the break might have done them a favour. But
yeah, they've got Wolves, Man United, Tottenham, Leicester, Man City, and Everton last day of the season.
Wow.
So it's not looking great.
Not really.
But West Ham fans will probably rejoice looking at that unless the performances stay the way they do. Because honestly,
how does Watford look, mate, as well?
Watford's last run in the games are, I'll tell you right now.
I know West Ham, if I remember rightly, West Ham played Villa last game of the season, don't they?
Last one, last through.
Sounds right. Watford have Burnley, Southampton, Chelsea, Norwich, Newcastle, West Ham, Man City, Arsenal. It's better than Bournemouth. It's easier than Bournemouth's
you say
fixtures.
West Ham play Watford as well, though, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
third to last game.
Isn't it? That's going to be big.
It will be big. Third to last game, yeah.
So, I mean,
let's hope that's the one West Ham win, and it sends Watford down instead of Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see them picking up many points.
No.
The three in contention for that last place, because I do think Villa will go down. The three. Watford, West Ham, Bournemouth. It's going to be one of them.
So, as a controversial question,
I think you asked this last time. I don't think we're gonna get an answer.
What?
What are you gonna ask?
I was gonna say if
you had to pick one.
No, you just asked that a couple 15 minutes ago. Oh shit! Sorry. If you could. Hypothetically, let's say Liverpool lose the title, City win. Would you rather City win and West Ham and Bournemouth? Would you rather City win, or would you rather them finish second and West Ham and Bournemouth stay up?
a third Premier League title. I think I said this last week with the Champions League. I'd rather West Ham and Bournemouth stay up.
Yeah, and so you're hoping that West Ham and Bournemouth finish 16th and 17th. And Watford, since Brighton beat Arsenal, you're hoping Watford creep in there. Which, I mean, I hate to say it, I like Watford as a Premier League team right now. Obviously, West Ham.
Right, we're gonna have this every week then.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an interesting few weeks closing it out.
The bottom's more interesting than the top right now.
I can see Wolves sneaking in and taking Chelsea's Champions League.
Oh my
place.
God, what are you talking about? There's
In fact, I'm rather hoping it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm rather hoping it. Yeah.
Even after that West Ham performance.
Well, the Wolves did all they needed to do.
Yeah.
I'd rather see them in the way I'd rather see them in the way they play football.
Yeah.
I'd rather them. I think they're more worthy of
Champions League. What if Chelsea creeped above Leicester and then Wolves got in above Leicester as well?
Not going to happen.
No.
City going to beat them Thursday.
Yeah. Not to go backwards here, but it just reminded me of something. The Wolves West Ham game. David Moyes, right? There's just something a little fake about the way he came back and about the way he did things, and he doesn't seem like he's managing the team at all. Really, you see Nuno Espirito Santos, and he is like actually managing the team, and he's like hugging his players and stuff, and Moyes just seems like frigging out of it. I mean, not to go back and dig up a conversation we just
had.
He's
a bit more old school. Maybe something is going on.
But the shit he was saying when he was coming back, and like, I mean, what was it? He made a big hype about it, about how he was, about how it was a no-brainer and how he's gonna. I forgot what he said, but it just seemed a bit plastic, you know.
I agree.
I'm just saying. I just don't know if he's the manager to pull them out. But hopefully,
it's a bit late now.
Hopefully he is, yeah. Hopefully he is. But now he's saying it's a tougher challenge than it was last time. But you know, I think that's a given.
But look, like I said, the games they played beforehand, Liverpool, I think it was Southampton at home, and then Arsenal away, even though they lost.
Yeah,
there was a different spirit in there, and I thought, he's found something and he's turned it round.
Yeah,
and maybe it will take a couple of games, for the players to actually. For it to click what they had before the break.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe they'll find it. I'd rather hope so. I didn't see evidence of it, I'll be totally honest, which is the worrying thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see evidence of that spirit they found just before the break. But let's hope. Look, Tottenham away, you can't ask for any bigger than that as a West Ham fan, to be honest with you. And been there many, many times and won.
Yeah.
And they can go and do it again.
They can do it. But just to move on to the last game of the week, since we're recording this on the Monday, the Man City 5-0 against Burnley we saw today. Phil Foden getting 2, which was great to see. He had a hand in David Silva's as well.
His second... Oh, no, you're talking about Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil Foden. His second goal, Gabriel
yeah.
I saw it.
If you just at the start of the program, you'd have said Gabriel, not Gabriel.
Yeah. That's 5 pints.
We should already be done at this point. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, the show's falling apart.
What's it called? I saw it live, and
Gabriel Jesus is. You were asking whether he shot or he meant the pass.
Yeah,
he meant the pass 100%.
I watched the game twice today, and I watched it live, and then I watched it with you when you recorded it. And when I saw it, and I asked you,
did you see?
I was like,
you saw that?
This? Yeah,
Jesus is. You think he shot?
I don't think it's a pass. No.
Just watch his head movement.
That's what I thought, and then I realized it was a pass, and I thought it's
watch his head.
Amazing.
Watch the goal again and look at his head movement. He literally just like swings his head and like looks at Foden as soon as he's past it.
Especially, I mean, at first, because I think I was cooking at the time or something. I had my laptop on, and I was Gordon Ramsay at the moment, and I was and I had my laptop on, and I was looking, and I saw it, and I must have looked like 5 seconds before, and I thought it was Sterling. And I was going, I hate to bring this back, and I've gone, oh, he's missed that completely.
Yeah.
I've gone, oh, figures. And then it's gone to Foden and he slotted it in. I was like, oh, that was a great goal. And then I realised it was Jesus. And I've gone, I've kind of like been looking at it while I'm cooking. I've been like, oh, you know what? I kind of think that was a pass because I realised it was Jesus.
It was a pass.
And then until I came over to yours and I watched it and I've gone, do you think this is a pass? And I watched it through instant replay and it was definitely a pass, and it has to be one of the best assists I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch it again then.
Watch it again.
I can't see it.
It was a pass. Watch his head movement.
Especially how Jesus was playing, how selfish he was.
Yeah.
With how he kept on trying to score, and he could have clearly shot. And he's done that. You know what?
Yeah.
Foden's 3. You said he was 3 and 2.
He scored 3 and 2 games.
3 and 2 games. Yeah.
And look at his confidence. Look at his first goal as well.
Yeah,
the first City goal.
Yeah.
Him shooting outside the box. He's got all these world class players in front of him that he could pass to, and he's taking that shot. Like he's gonna be.
It's not the same. I know. But if you go back to my goals, my Hammers goals,
yeah,
I score one exactly the same. Watch it back afterwards. Exactly the same. Bristol Rovers in the cup.
Yeah,
it was just
not Premier League, but it's the exact same. Take the touch out your feet.
Yeah,
strike it low with your left foot. It's on there. I mean, I didn't get many, so give me that.
Yeah, so you'll find it.
Yeah. So somebody as good as him, who's got a value as much as he has.
Yeah.
I can score an exact same goal.
Yeah.
What would I be worth today?
About £2.50 and a bag of chips.
A 4-pack, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, nothing out of the ordinary for City. Then.
No, what
it was a cakewalk on it. It was a cakewalk.
Yeah.
I don't know the actual.
You said the
record, but I think they beat Burnley 5 times. I forgot who
3.
said it.
The last 3 times has been
3 times, 5-0 in a row at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Consecutive 5.
I know it was 4-1 at Turf Moor earlier in the season.
Have you done your scores? Because I did them to beat Arsenal 5 and Burnley 3.
You know what I did?
Really?
And it was the other way
around.
Get
it flipped.
My predictor, I did it when you did it. I did all 3 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't do any of the rest. I did the first one. I didn't do the rest.
You're right in doing that, though.
Yeah, but I missed one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I'm going to do it now. But
I just wanted to do it so I didn't forget.
I haven't even...
Because with all these games on and all the games on and all the days in the pub,
yeah,
I don't know where I'm going to be.
It's just a blur. But, like, you want to see the form, though. I think the next one up here is Man United Sheffield on Wednesday. Man United Sheffield United on Wednesday. So I'm going to do that when we log off here. But, yeah, I mean, it's good that football's back. And I mean...
it's lovely seeing City do what they do.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean...
Even if it is against Burnley with all the contracts and all that.
And against Arsenal.
Know, yeah...
They look the same. They look just as sharp.
Burnley and Arsenal are the same team to me right now. So
no, but the difference is Burnley came and at least they worked. At least they tried.
Exactly.
Arsenal came and didn't give a shit.
Yeah, they went in and cashed a paycheck and then walked out.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you saw at the end. They were saying Sean Dyche was saying when it seems like he's told the players. I mean, whether he told the players or not, whatever. But it seems like he told them at 4-0. Whatever. All right, you've already
just
lost.
to go out and get 90 minutes.
Exactly. You've already lost the game. Go out, get 90 minutes, and you could see that. You know, they some of them were trying. I mean, not all of them. You know, there was a select few in the middle that were seemed like they were like bitching a little bit.
I mean, Mahrez ragdolled that Charlie Taylor at the back, didn't he? Yeah. And scored with his right foot, even though he doesn't have a right foot.
I mean, how do you say that when he tries that?
I know, yeah, but he used it, didn't he?
5% of the time now, it doesn't work.
I know,
and that was
but
a great
it did.
goal.
It did, yeah.
But he only scores those against. He scores those against Burnley. He scores those against Arsenal, and then the rest of the lower half of the team. What are you 10th place right now? I don't know. I can't even count that high. So.
Well, I think
there's a mediocrity. There's a mediocrity, isn't there now? Tottenham's in it. Arsenal's in it.
Chelsea should be in it.
Sort of Man United, didn't it?
But then what's working with that as well is you have these lower teams who are rising to the occasion.
Which is
now,
how the Premier League should be.
They're on the same level as the likes of Palace and
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. No, but it's their first
Wolves.
season, so you've got to give them credit no matter what.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, like, you've got this mediocrity. You've got this mediocrity with the big teams, and then you've got this surge from the smaller teams. I'd even say Leicester. You know, I know they won the league.
But
to be fair, though, after they won the league, they've held their own.
They have.
Of course, they did when they won
different
the league.
managers as well.
Funny enough, when I was just about to call Sheffield United, I almost just called them United.
Yeah.
So that's how much it's played into how well they've been doing.
Yeah.
And how bad Man United have been doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Premier League. It's at least it's not La Liga. At least it's not Bundesliga. At least it's not Serie A,
it's so much more exciting.
To where the same two teams or one team wins.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't a day or a game that doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't think.
And I mean, I think that's why we've had so much to talk about. You know, like we've ran way over what we were looking to do.
Yeah, sorry.
But now that football's back, I mean, we had a good few episodes without football that we filled with stories, and we'll get some stories in again.
Yeah.
And we'll get some guests in again pretty soon.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of football to talk about as well. So.
I mean, that's why the Premier League's the best league on. I hate to be biased, but it's the best league on planet.
Yeah.
Hate to go back.
And this episode's sponsored by the Premier League.
That's why I'll forever say Barcelona won't.
Yeah.
Dominate the Premier League like they do La Liga.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, guys. Well, it's been a good one.
Well
thanks,
done, man.
Thanks to all the listeners. You know, we really appreciate all the kind words we're getting on Twitter, and we've had a few messages on Facebook and people following us on Instagram as well. Make sure you go follow us on social media if you haven't already. You can also head on over to 5pintsin.com. Sign up for the mailing list. We'll alert you to the new episodes and all that good stuff. Well, guys, it's been a good episode. It's been a good night. Talk to you next time. Cheers, guys.